Well, I was incarcerated for a long time. I did 12 years in the penitentiary here in Colorado. I actually got sentenced to 31 years and I did 12. Well, it came to the point where I was pretty heavy into the gang life in prison. And it just got to the point where it was like I was in a dream. It's like I was asleep the whole time when I was in there. And then when I woke up, reality hit me. It's like, man, how do I get out of this? How do I get out of here? And I started pulling away from the homies and stuff like that, and they noticed it, and I started hanging out with the Christian guys in prison because I just didn't want to do it anymore, and I wanted to get out and be a man. I was like, if I got to go through a beating, I'll go through a beating. I was like, but I want to get out and I want to try and get out of here, but I didn't have to go through that at first. They let me walk, and I was hanging out with the Christian brothers. And then about 4 days later, I was in the restroom in the gym, and 4 of them ran up on me in the bathroom and jumped me. And I got out of it pretty good. Nothing bad happened. They just said, you're in one way, you're out the same way. Everything just hit me at once, and I was in my cell one night and I just fell to my knees and I cried. I was crying to God, which I never even talked to him the whole time I was down in prison. It was about my 11th year. And I was due for parole in about 6 months for the first time. And so I was in a world that I was stuck in that I didn't know how to get out of. So I finally fell to my knees and I cried to God. And I told him, God, because my crime was alcohol related. I was a really bad alcoholic before I got in trouble. And I just told God, I was crying. I told him, God, I need you. I need your help to get out of here. I told him, if I'm ever going to hurt anybody ever again, don't let me out. I go, you know me, you know my life. Only you know what's coming my way. So I saw the parole board and I got denied. I got set back a year. And my caseworker called me in her office and said, by law, I got to put you in for halfway house community service. Community corrections. So, and then I have a violent crime, and so I told her that I wanted to put in for Lerner County because this is where I'm from. And she goes, well, you're probably not going to get accepted. And I was like, well, I have a lot of faith. I have faith that I'm going to walk the streets. And so she put me in. A few months went by, and she had called me into her office. And she said, you better count your blessings, boy. That's exactly how she said it. You better count your blessings. She goes, it's up to you. It's up to you. She goes, you got accepted. And I freaked out. I cried. And I was like, no way. And she goes, yes, you got accepted. She goes, I've never seen this before. She goes, but you got accepted. She goes, you're 15 years away from discharge. She goes, but you were eligible to put in for the halfway house, so I had to put you in by law. And then she goes, it's a blessing. She goes, it's up to you. She sat me down and she had a long talk with me, and she goes, you've been here 12 years already. She goes, when you go out to the world, it's going to be kind of cruel. She goes, people say things when they get mad. They call you punk. They flip you off, She goes, it's all on you. If you want to handle it the way you're used to handling it, she goes, you're going to come back to prison and you're going to discharge your number. You ain't going to get another chance. and I just had that hope and faith that I was going to see the streets, and I did. And I really believe God was with me that day in my room when I cried like a baby. There's nothing wrong with crying. It makes you a man. A man cries. You know what I mean? I've been out 11 years. I'm not on parole anymore. I haven't drank a drink of alcohol. I don't do drugs. I have a good wife. I go to work and I come home every day. And I'm just as happy as I can be. I can go outside and run down the street if I want to. I can go to Safeways and sit in the Starbucks and Safeways and drink a cup of coffee if I want to. I don't need anybody's permission anymore. So God gave me this blessing. God blessed me with life again. And I'm going to take advantage of it. I'm going to live life. I'm going to do it. And I've been doing it.